not the way we wanted to end it, but we didn't deserve it. I give them a lot of credit. They played a good game, made a lot more plays than we did, and so tough night.
Dallas do anything? Dallas do anything defensively that was at all surprising out there from a scheme standpoint?
No, they played pretty good. You know, they played good defensively and put a lot of pressure on us, and we just couldn't make enough plays. So it's kind of typical of the way we played all year, just inefficient in the passing game and not very good in the run game. So, you know, it's hard to beat good teams like that.
Tom, you haven't had a red zone interception in years. Just kind of what happened? Were you trying to throw it away there? Or?
I was. Yeah. I was trying to throw it to Chris, and the other guys were blocking, and just trying to throw it out, and didn't obviously get enough on it. That certainly didn't help our cause.
Tom, it didn't contribute to a win tonight, but just having Ryan Jensen out there tonight, snapping the ball to you, what can you say about his comeback, about his play tonight, and any type of lift that did for you guys early in the game?
Yeah, just super proud of him and all that he's gone through this year. You know, it's a tough injury that he had, and battled all the way back and really committed himself the last 6-8 weeks to prepare himself to play, and did it. So it says a lot about who he is, and certainly a guy you can depend on and count on.
What is your process from here when you start to think about what you want to do next? Because obviously it's going to be huge speculation.
I'm going to go home and get a good night's sleep as good as I can tonight. And
or when you want to figure stuff out? I mean, that was first.
No, I'm not. You know, this has been a lot of focus on, you know, this game. So, yeah, it's just be one day at a time, truly.
Tom, for all the struggles this season, you guys have had at least the possibility of the playoffs and what could happen there. How hard is the finality of losing this season being over?
Yeah, always tough, but, you know, we didn't earn it. So, you know, they did. I think that there's a part of football where I feel like it's, you know, sometimes you get lucky, but most of the time, you know, the team that earns it, you know, wins. And they played good all year. They played good tonight. They played well as a team. They were very coordinated. They played well on offense, played well defensively. They missed some kicks on special teams, but, you know, we just couldn't get enough done offensively to put any pressure on them.
Biggest takeaway from this year for you, just the importance of and the power of resilience. I know you've talked about that's been a lesson that you've tried to teach your kids a lot about.
Yeah. I mean, there's, I think, lessons for all of us in every year of our life. So, yeah, you always want every year to end great. Unfortunately, in sports, it doesn't work that way. There's going to be 32 teams in the league, and they're all very competitive, and only one of them is really going to feel good at the end of the year. So there's many teams that won tonight. There's going to be 7 of the 8 that don't feel great at the end of the year, and that's why it feels good to be when you're on top, you know, when you win it all, and it's a great feeling.
Tom, do you feel like you had a bad season or a good season? How would you characterize it just for yourself?
You know, we lost tonight. It's a team sport, so never considered any individual things like that. You know, obviously we came up short as a team, and that's really all that matters. That's all I've really cared about was team success and, you know, how well we did as a team and how well we performed under pressure, and tonight was obviously not one of our best nights.
A good shot downfield to Julio there, but you didn't take a lot of shots down the field, especially with them down a couple corners. Why weren't you able to maybe get more shots down the field?
They were playing pretty deep most of the night. You know, we were trying to hold the ball. The problem is, you know, they were getting there pretty quick at certain times in a rush, and then, you know, you don't hold it for that long. And we got into the drive. We had some shots, so made a couple plays, but obviously.
The field tonight, were your emotions any different than the end of another season, at the end of last season? How did that sort of compare to what the feeling usually would be?
Yeah, it just feels like the end of the season. So I just want to say thank you guys for everything this year. I really appreciate all your effort, and I know it's hard for you guys too. You guys got a tough job, and I appreciate all that you guys do to cover us and everyone who watches and is a big fan of the sport. We're very grateful for everyone's support, and you know, hopefully, you know, I love this organization. It's a great place to be, and thank you everybody for welcoming me, all you regulars, and just very grateful for the respect, and I hope I gave the same thing back to you guys. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And